Update.
Yes, the national tragedy out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're going to a special report now from ABC. 4 Marines killed, a gunman killed. We'll get an update right now.
White House team about the tragic shooting that took place in Chattanooga today. We don't know yet all the details. We know that what appears to be a lone gunman carried out these attacks. We've identified a name, and at this point, a full investigation is taking place. The FBI will be in the lead, working closely with local law enforcement. We've also been in contact with the Department of Defense to make sure that all our defense facilities are properly attentive and vigilant as we sort through exactly what happened. And as details of the investigation proceed, we'll make sure that the FBI, as well as local law enforcement, are providing the public with all the information that's involved. My main message right now is obviously the deepest sympathies of the American people to the 4 Marines that have been killed. It is a heartbreaking circumstance for these individuals who have served our country with great valor to be killed in this fashion. Although the families are still in the process of being contacted, I want them to know that I speak for the American people in expressing our deepest condolences and knowing that they have our full support as they try to overcome the grief that's involved here. I also want to say that there are reports of injuries to Chattanooga local law enforcement officials. Thankfully, as far as we know at this point, they have survived the assault, and we want to make sure that they know that we're thinking of them. They're in our thoughts and prayers. We take all shootings very seriously. Obviously, when you have an attack on a U.S. military facility, then we have to make sure that we have all the information necessary to make an assessment in terms of how this attack took place and what further precautions we can take in the future. And as we have more information, we'll let the public know. But in the meantime, I'd ask all Americans to pray for the families who are grief-stricken at this point. And I want everybody to understand that we will be thorough and prompt in figuring out exactly what happened. All right? Thank you very much.
President Obama in the Oval Office moments ago talking about those 2 separate shootings today in Tennessee, asking for prayers for the families of the victims. He also mentioned they've identified a name, so let's get right to our senior justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, who joins us now from Washington. Pierre, what do we know about the suspect?
David, we've just gotten official confirmation.
Obviously, we'll have many more reports coming up later today, but back to something much lighter, and obviously we're thinking about the people there. Yes. But now, we were asking you earlier, can you tell us how you two met and how you formed?
Well, a mutual friend of ours, Adam Shandell, who's a drummer in town, played with Wayne Newton. He introduced us and said, I think this could be a perfect match, and it was. I mean, I couldn't wait to sing with a big band. I'd never done that. And so the first rehearsal I went in, and it was magic, and I'm blessed because these musicians are the best.
They are. We heard them earlier. They're incredible. But Bruce, we forgot to mention 2 people that are also part of the band member.
Right.
Band member here. Can you tell us who they are?
This is King William.
Can you wave?
Bill King.
Hello.
On trumpet. King William, I call him. Yes.
And then someone else over here too on the side.
Our conductor extraordinaire over here, Alan Embach.
Yes.
He wrote the music that we're playing, and he conducts for us.
And we're going to let you go back over there because you're going to perform in just a second, so you'll have to get ready.
Okay.
And Elisa, you've been, again, performing with him for how long?
Only about a year.
Only for about a year. Do you have a few favorite songs of yours?
Oh boy, I love this one, which is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby. I love Ella Fitzgerald, so I do a song called Imagine My Frustration, which not a lot of people know. We like to take the obscure ones and bring them back to life.
And again,
So-
you're going to perform for us right now with the name of the song?
The name is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby.
All right, well, you take it away.
Thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I've got a man who's always late. Anytime we go on a date, but I love him. Yes, I love him. So I'm gonna walk up to his gate and see if he and I can get it straight. 'Cause I need him, and I've got to have him. I'm just asking, is you is or is you ain't my baby? Well, the way you're acting lately makes me doubt you is still my baby, baby. But it seems like my flame in your heart has gone out. A man is a creature that has always been strange. Just when you think you got him figured out, he's gone and he's made a change. Well, is you is or is you ain't my baby? Well, maybe baby has found somebody new. Oh, is my baby still my baby true? Yeah. I got a man who's always late. Anytime that we go on a date, but I love him.
Justice delayed and victims in limbo.
I didn't know what to do.
Contact 13 investigates Metro's massive backlog. Thousands of vital pieces of untested evidence. What do you say to the victims who are sitting there waiting for justice? Live at 11 tonight.
Next Millionaire.
Justin's nailing them. 100,000, 250,000.
Will Justin's big risk pay off?
Final answer.
Find out next Millionaire.
Tonight at 7:30 on Channel 13.
Every day we help people hurt in accidents. Do you know the compensation you're entitled to right now and in the future? Do you need our help?
Golightly and Associates, 222-3333.
You know the most important thing to consider when buying a used car or truck? Price? Nope. Mileage? It's value, because value includes price, mileage, history, and so much more. Here at Chapman's Value Center, we live and breathe value. Every vehicle is hand-selected, then reconditioned to ensure the one quality you can never compromise on, value. And if you earn $350 a week or more, you're approved, period. Visit Chapman's all-new Value Center at Boulder Highway in Sahara, where Chapman family values and great customer values come together.
Hi, I'm Dallas Orton, and I'm proud that Martindale Hubbell provided me with an AV rating and named my law firm a preeminent law firm in the country. What that means is we have the highest legal and ethical abilities. When hiring a personal injury lawyer, make sure he has the proper credentials to take care of you.
While other dealers play games with numbers to get you in the door, at Findlay Fiat in the Valley Auto Mall, we simply offer the lowest prices on every brand new Fiat every day. Every morning, we check the paper, look online, and watch TV to see what other Fiat dealers are advertising. It doesn't happen very often, but when you find a lower price, we reduce ours. We do the shopping for you, and that allows you to get the brand new Fiat you want at the price you want from the dealership you want. There's no better deal than a Findlay Fiat deal. When you think Fiat, think Findlay Fiat in the Valley Auto Mall at 95 and Auto Show Drive.
Good morning, Las Vegas. It's up to the minute you get up.
Today's more like fly like a parrot. The new issue of Pet Scene magazine has a piece written by yours truly on combining pets with a busy lifestyle. But the article in this new issue that really got my attention most is a must-read for anyone thinking of getting a parrot as a pet. Joining me now with a few feathered friends is Madeline Franco, founder and executive director of the Southern Nevada Parrot Education, Rescue, and Rehoming Society. That's a lot to say, but it's a big deal. So we're so glad that you're here.
We're known as snappers.
Snappers, right now. So tell me about your organization.
We are a rehoming organization, which means that when birds outlive their owners, which is a fairly common phenomenon, we are assigned the task of finding them a new home. And we screen the homes, and we find them a home which is compatible to the type of bird they are.
Now, in your article, you talked about when you wanted to get into pets, different types of pets, horses, reptiles. You're my kind of girl. But what made you decide you wanted to get into parrots?
I was actually a bird person, and there is such a thing. I think it's genetic. When I was a little girl. In fact, my parents used to kid me that the way to catch a robin in the yard was to put salt on his tail. And we all know as adults that if you can get that close, you can probably catch him.
Exactly.
And they used to laugh, and I'd run in for the salt shaker. I was about 3 years old, and they thought that was quite the thing. You know?
Now, so tell us what you brought here today. Who is this?
This is Tahoe. He is a 6-year-old hyacinth macaw. They are fairly rare in aviculture, but several people in town do have some, and some have more than one. I have one, and he is the largest of the macaws, and he's very mild-mannered. Although he appears to be biting me, he's sort of tasting my hand.
Yeah, he nibbled me earlier too.
Yeah. They do have, however, were he to get serious and in doing something such as cracking an macadamia nut, they do have 1,200 plus pounds of per square inch of jaw pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a pit bull of parrots. That's fantastic.
But fortunately, they're mild-mannered.
Yeah.
You know, we call them the gentle giants.
That's nice. And so this other one here, pretty baby.
This one is a yellow-thighed Kaik, and she's just one of the smallest of the true parrots.
So pretty.
And they are quite the clowns. I don't know that she would do it right now, but usually they try to transport themselves by hopping like bunnies.
Oh, really?
When they're on a flat surface.
So they're like the wallabies of parrots, right?
Yes, and you've had experience
Yes, I've had experience
with
with the wallabies. And so this one here,
This is Coral, and she is a Goffin's cockatoo. They are an old world, what we call an old world parrot. The cockatoo family is a special family of parrots. She is one of the smallest of the cockatoos. She weighs about 225 grams soaking wet.
Wow. Wow.
But she is a character. I mean,
and she has a wardrobe.
I mean, she does.
You have like a whole wardrobe down here behind the desk. I mean, she has like changes, costume.
Well, we never know where she's going. She goes lots of places.
Now, what are the requirements of being a responsible parrot owner?
Basically, you have to be extremely flexible. You have to know that everything that goes wrong is your fault. If they chew your cabinets or chew your couch, it's because you didn't provide them with enough toys. A toy destroyed is a toy enjoyed, and you need to remember that. That's sort of our mantra. There are some alterations we have all made to our lifestyles and our homes. I mean, we laugh about having glass and iron furniture and buying our clothes at thrift stores.
Right.
I once did an article about how to make designer bird clothes basically you go in wearing one of your designer clothes, and the bird jumps on your shoulder and makes a hole in it.
I'm going to wear this one to across the hall for Action News Live at 3 o'clock. Again, Madeline Franco is the founder and executive director of the Southern Nevada Parrot Education, Rescue, and Rehoming Society. You can contact her and her volunteers through the number and website on your screen. And we're going to have her on again because of the announcement. We just didn't have enough time. These birds are amazing. It is time for me, with the bird perhaps, to head across the hall for Action News Live at 3 o'clock. But before I go, this week, Action News and Lucky Foods are giving you a chance to win a $150 gift certificate to Lucky Foods, where they say everything is so good. Enter each day on the Action News website, mobile site, or Facebook page, then watch live at 11 to see if you win. Lucky Foods is a proud sponsor of Action News and is providing the prizes for this promotion. We'll be right back.
Being first, being number one, those are claims that you frequently hear these days. When it comes to eye care, however, consider why Seams LASIK and Eye Care Center is your number one and only choice for LASIK and other eye care procedures.
I'm attorney Anthony DeLuca. DeLuca & Associates is a full-service bankruptcy firm. We're not going to send you home with any confusing stacks of forms. We get the credit reports and we draft all the complicated paperwork so you don't have to. Call my office at 252-HOPE and I'll sit down with you personally.
When it gets hot, I want my air conditioning unit to work. If it breaks down, I definitely want to get it repaired right away. So when my air conditioning unit broke, I knew just who to call. I called Silver State. They're professional, courteous, and always on time. Don't wait in this heat. Call Silver State anytime, 24 hours a day to schedule an appointment right away.
Summer's here. Call now to take advantage of Silver State's $59 maintenance special. Silver State Refrigeration and HVAC, 433-5008.
Why do